All right, a big win tonight for Southwest Valley, 35-0 over Sidney tonight here with Colin Jacobs, Bradley Grants, and Evan Timmerman, some contributors tonight. And guys, obviously pretty dominant win, especially there you guys picked it up there in that second half. Just kind of thoughts on the win for you guys tonight.
Yeah, I feel like some people doubted us coming into this game, only scoring 17 last week. I think people doubted our offensive ability. So I think we came in and showed people that we can score and we have a powerful offense.
I got nothing to say, man. I mean, we practiced hard all week for it, even though we thought we were coming out here to win, but we practiced hard. We didn't leave anything out on the field either. We left it all out there, so.
Yeah, like Colin said, we were doubted by a lot of people, and we just came out here and showed up, showed out. I mean, just go in, show up, and leave on the field living proud of your family and team. So
certainly, and Evan, at least offensively, there were a couple of miscues there in that first half, a couple of errant snaps, the one that went over your head a little bit. I mean, kind of talk about the message to your guys there as you guys kind of try to fight through some of those miscues.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to be positive about it. Look at the positives, not the negatives. I mean, if you do a negative, you know the negative, and you just got to think about the positive. And the next play, you fix it. And Dylan Stormer's our snapper, and he over the head, you know, and then he went on the sideline. I just said, Stormer, you just got to focus, and you'll be better next time. And, I mean, there's no bad snaps after that, so that's what I say.
And obviously, a big night on the ground for you guys. Bradley, you got yourself a touchdown on the ground as well, and a couple of you for as well. And Evan, just talk a little bit sort of what you guys were able to do offensively on the ground tonight.
The first half was a little rough. We couldn't figure out our keys at first. There was a lot of mistakes, but we came back second half ready, and we ended up, I mean, as you can tell, it's 35-0, so obviously we figured it out. But obviously,
throughout the whole night, defense was stout, Colin. I mean, kind of talk about what you guys were able to do, especially up front, getting in the backfield a lot of you guys getting back there.
I think we have a really strong defense this year. We have 4 defensive linemen that are getting in the backfield every play, you know, soaking up blocks, and we have 4 linebackers that fly to the ball. And, you know, we didn't really let up many big plays tonight, but there was a couple, but we just got to move on from those, and we kept grinding the game out.
Certainly. I didn't want to talk to you guys. There was a little bit of a crazy play there near that end of that first half. Obviously, a little bit of a botch snap. You pick it up, you throw it deep, and and he gets it to Grants, ends up fumbling it, picks it back up, you take it to the end zone. I mean, let's start with you, Evan. Just kind of take us through that play a little bit.
Yeah, so the snap was high. I mean, over here, I dropped it, and then I picked it up, and Brad was open. There's safety. I don't know where the safety was. I guess he was going upfield. So I saw Devin and Bradley up there. I just chucked it up, and he was there. And, yeah. And, of course, he fumbled it, so that's another thing. So I just prayed and hoped that he got it, and he got it. I trust in him. I mean, I don't have not trust in him, so you just got to trust in your guys and hope they get it. So.
What's your side of that, Bradley?
I didn't even know if he dropped the ball. I just ran the route that I was supposed to run, turned my head, the ball was there, caught it, tucked it. As soon as I tucked it, my arm was like back here, came up. As soon as I came up, the ball just slipped out of my arms, dropped on it, got the score. So, I mean, couldn't get any better than that.
Certainly, obviously, calling 2 big weeks now defensively for you guys. To hold Central Decatur to 11, you shut out Sidney. I mean, how big of a statement is it for you guys to be able to put together 2 weeks to start off the year like this?
Yeah, I think it's a big statement. I think teams know that we are a very strong run defense, and we have a couple great guys that play corners and safeties, and we don't really let up many big plays. I think we really make teams grind the ball out and grind it down, and we just hold them. We have a lot of 3 and outs, and that's what we want.
And also, first district win for you guys. I mean, what kind of message does that send as you guys move forward?
I mean, a lot of people were doubting us on this game, so the fact that we came out and shut them out shows something big. So whoever we play next better be ready for it.
And Coach says just 1-0 every week, so we're going 1-0 every single week, and we're just not focusing on 2 weeks ahead or 3 weeks ahead, just the next week and week at a time. So we've got to take it out. So.
Congrats on the win tonight, guys. Well, once again, big 35-0 win for Southwest Valley tonight over Sidney. Here now with head coach Anthony Donahue. And coach, obviously that first half, as you mentioned, we heard you mention it before, you guys like to win ugly in that first half. Might have been a little bit of a test, but you guys picked it up during that second half and run away with it a little bit. Just thoughts on your win tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told my wife actually when she messaged how'd the game go. I said ugly first half. It was a little bit sloppy, but you know, and that's what football is. If everything was designed like you wanted it to be, it wouldn't be much fun. So, you know, we did a much better job communicating on the offensive line the second half. I thought defense all night long played fantastic, first and second half. Special teams did well, but offensively, we just kind of had to figure out what was working, what wasn't. We got some, you know, unorthodox blitzes, and we saw, you know, they stacked the box, and And I had said it earlier this week, you know, wanting to be a little bit more dynamic. And we came out that first play and chuck it deep to Marshall, and he comes up with a big-time catch. Draws another pass interference late, and that Evan to Marshall connection, and Roman's part of that, Devin's part of that, Bradley was part of that, Bradley Grant's. It's going to be helpful. You stack the box against us, and we do have some weapons now.
And sure, obviously, as I mentioned, a couple of offensive miscues here and there throughout that first half. I mean, what's kind of the message to you guys here as you guys are trying to kind of fight through that and build a little bit of momentum?
Yeah, a lot of sweaty hands tonight. I mean, it was hot. It was the center was having kind of a hard time. You know, we're in a pistol shotgun set, so it's difficult for our guys sometimes with that ball. We had to get him settled down because then it gets in his head even when it's not. So we got him calmed down. He did a much better job that second half. We had zero. We challenged no negative plays the second half, and we did that. So we were able to control the line of scrimmage. We knew we could run the ball. We got Bradley, Isaac, Evan all involved in the run game, and then like I said, being able to hit it on the outside, that was pretty good.
Obviously, I mentioned Evan coming in and starting the quarterback this year. Had a big game last week. Another big game here for him tonight. Just kind of speak to his performance a little bit on the ground, but also had a couple of nice throws through the air as well.
He's a baller. He really is. And he comes in, and every week you can see he was a lot more calm this week than he was last week, and even the week before at our scrimmage. So every week he's going to be growing. This is all new to him. We got a lot of guys that are playing some new ball. So for him, it's just kind of being calm and knowing the audibles. He did a great job on a few of them, audibling. At the end, we score a touchdown. He gets the line. Calls his own play, we get in there, and we score a touchdown. Those are those things I expect out of my quarterback going forward, but he had just a fantastic night.
Sure, and speaking of unorthodox, there was at least one play there near that end of that first half. I believe it was a drop snap, and there was also a fumble involved, but end result was a touchdown. And just kind of walk us through what you were kind of thinking when that play was out there happening.
Well, that's exactly like we draw it up. We draw it up where the quarterback drops it, fumbles it, picks it up, throws the ball. But no, that's I told the guys, and these are things that we preach every single week. We don't want guys looking in the backfield or thinking that the play's over. You got Bradley Grants that just continues to run his route. You got Evan that never takes his eyes. He picks it, he drops the ball, picks it back up, but his eyes never aren't looking downfield. He knows he's got Bradley, he rolls out a little bit, protection's good, and we're able to throw a deep ball. Those are those things where bad stuff's going to happen, and we've got to keep playing football.
Certainly, obviously, mentioned defense, another stellar performance for them tonight. Well, shout out Sidney. Through that first half, I believe they had forced four straight punts, and just kind of speak to their performance tonight, particularly that front seven, especially getting in the backfield a lot.
Being able to get in the backfield and really just making teams one-dimensional. We can start to make teams just be able to throw the ball because teams are having a really hard time right now running the ball, and that's been over 6 years. We grind and grind during practice and make sure our guys understand that for teams to earn running yards, it's going to hurt, and we're going to come to hit. We got 11 hats on the ball, and that's something that we did really well tonight. Colin Jacobs, Evan, all our linebackers across the board, Isaac and Eli, and then those front four: Theron, Dylan Inman, Robbie Barnes, Devin Greenwald. They do just a fantastic job. And then you saw it at the end. We're able to kind of force them into passing downs. Marshall Knapp comes up with a big-time interception, and that's exactly the kind of ball we want to be able to play.
Certainly, also first district win for you guys tonight. Just kind of speak to the message that kind of sends there in this district, like as you guys look to move forward with this season.
We want to go 1-0 every week. We say that, week in and week out. We sound like a broken record, but that really is what we focus on at Southwest Valley, is winning that week, earning the win through practice. But we did talk to the boys about Sidney is that week one of playoffs. Everything is playoffs right now. So it's about earning your berth as quickly as you can and then working on the seeding to make it a little bit easier on yourself. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to take it week by week. We're going to come in, lick our wounds and get everybody healthy. We got homecoming next week, so our focus is going to be just making sure that we earn every single day, block out the noise, and get ready for a tough AHSTW.
So congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thank you.